Welcome back to Assassin's Creed: The Complete Story. It's time for the one person everybody loves, the one person you all keep asking for, and the one person I always seem to mispronounce and Zodical yells at me for, Ezio Auditore. Why did we take so long to get to my supposed favorite assassin? Simple. His story is crazy long and massive in this entire Assassin's Creed plot, and it's going to take quite a few videos for us to sort this out and tell you the complete story. So he kind of got pushed aside until then. All information gathered here is from me being an obsessive Assassin's Creed fan and verifying it on the wiki. So time for a fun fact. Ezio was critically acclaimed by the media and general public alike. Ezio Auditore received an award from GameSpot for the best new character of 2009. GameZone also nominated him as the Gaming God of 2009. He also received a nomination from the Spike Video Game Awards in 2010 for the best character, and he did receive an award for the best dressed assassin. So what did you think of him? Personally, he's my favorite character in the entire series, but he's not everyone's favorite. So let us know in the comments down below if you enjoyed this character or if you couldn't wait for them to move on to the next one, though I'm not sure moving on to Connor was the best option. Things for Ezio begin when he was born in Florence in 1459. His father was Giovanni and his mother was Maria. Right from the start he was a born fighter, because he appeared to be stillborn, but after some coaxing, he began to cry like a proper baby. Until age 17, Ezio would be a member of the Florentine noble class, and he was apprenticed under a banker. During this whole time, he had no idea that his father had been allied with the assassins. His story would open with him going through a series of events that would be used to train the player in the way the game worked, but they would also prove to us that Ezio lived a rather happy life. But his happy life would soon be filled with heartache and despair. A short time passed and Ezio would be sent off on an errand by his mother. Upon returning, he would find the home ransacked and his father and brothers all missing. He would then pull his mother and his sister out of hiding and find out that the guards had carried everyone away to the center of Florence. Ezio would run over the rooftops trying to get there as quickly as possible. But what could possibly be happening? He would run up to his father's cell and speak to him through the bars. Giovanni would instruct his son to go to his desk and find a letter and deliver it. It was of the utmost importance. Going through his father's things, Ezio managed to not only come across the letter, but also his father's assassin robes and a broken hidden blade. The letter itself contained evidence of a plot against the Auditores and the city of Florence. Ezio delivered this evidence to Alberto, a close friend to the family and a man of high influence in Florence. He was certain that this would free his family and prove their innocence, so he decided to go and spend the night with the lovely Christine again. But all was not as it seemed. The next morning, Ezio hurried to the center of the city to find Alberto presiding over his family's execution. While Giovanni did state that they were innocent and that Alberto held the evidence, but Alberto denied ever seeing this evidence. Ezio shouted out that this was a lie, but could do nothing to stop his family from being executed. Before the guards could find Ezio, one of Giovanni's friends urged him to flee from this place, and the two men fled to the nearby brothel. Ezio was furious and demanded his vengeance. One of the courtesans happened to be an assassin herself, and she told Ezio that if he wanted his revenge, he would have to go and get his father's hidden blade repaired. So Ezio went to his friend, Leonardo da Vinci. Ezio took his repaired hidden blade and crept up and assassinated Alberto for his betrayal against the Auditore family. He proudly proclaimed loudly that the Auditore family would live on through him. He took the evidence back from Alberto, along with a letter meant for his own wife and son. Ezio, not wanting to fall to the level of a villain, decided to ensure that Alberto's family would receive that letter. Now the most wanted man in Florence, Ezio wanted to ensure that his mother and sister were safe in Spain, and the family decided to stop at the family villa on the way down there. There they would meet with Mario, Ezio's uncle, and Mario would explain who the assassins were and over time teach Ezio swordplay while explaining that many of his family's ancestors were assassins, Giovanni included. He expressed a desire for Ezio to join the order, and after some guilt-tripping and some coaxing, convinced Ezio to join up so they could find the people behind the conspiracy against the Auditores. Time began to pass quickly for Ezio, during which he would kill off many of the men behind the conspiracy. He would help many people from thieves to courtesans to mercenaries. But during his time with training and making new friends, he learns of the individual Rodrigo Borgia. Rodrigo Borgia turns out to not only be the head of this conspiracy, but also his father's sworn enemy. Armed with this new information, Ezio continues to learn and become a better assassin as he now begins his hunt for Rodrigo. In his hunt for Rodrigo, he kills a courier and tries to take the man's place. What he delivered to Rodrigo, though, turned out to be one of the apples of Eden. Now, let's take a little moment for the lore's sake so you understand what an Apple of Eden really is. The Apples of Eden are ancient artifacts of the first civilization. They appear to have powers of divine and superhuman properties. There are currently 10 or more Apples of Eden recorded in history with the Assassin's Creed series, and we will bring you a special episode about them eventually. But the apple we have right here with Rodrigo and Ezio is the one that we will discuss right now. This apple was being delivered to Rodrigo, and he knows about its mystical powers, but Ezio has no idea what he is currently holding. Rodrigo brings his own men to the fight, but Ezio isn't as alone as he thinks. All of those allies he rounded up arrive to assist him, and upon scaring off Rodrigo, they all reveal themselves to be of the Assassin's Guild. But why would they reveal themselves to Ezio? Just another assassin within the guild? Well, they induct him officially into the full Assassin's Guild and reveal to him that he is apparently the Prophet. He is the one who will lead them to the vault by bringing together the scattered pieces of the Codex, a sacred book written by Altair. This book contains all the information of the Order and all the secrets that he learned from the Apple of Eden. So what happens to Ezio, the Prophet of the Assassin's Guild? Well, we'll reveal this shortly in our next episode. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, follow us on Twitter, Google+, Facebook, and anything else that we happen to be using. Make sure you go to our Let's Play channel, go over to our Twitch channel, and go to our top secret project that hasn't been announced yet, because we'll be around for a very long time. Thank you, and have a good night.